Hello, epicseven, and today I'd like to create a summer custom group tier list for newer players. Like, I have here to help you guys. Like, what do you actually want to pull during this custom group banner? Because as a new player, you might have a lot of confident bookmarks from all the events, from the anniversary, from even the carrot event that you started in a few months ago if you were there. So you might have like a lot of spare bookmarks, but keep in mind that we will have a lot of limited units after the anniversaries happen and after the ML releases as well. So we have to be really careful with how we spend our bookmarks because we might never know what OP new limited will be coming out. So the last two OP limited units that came out last year were towards the end of the year, right? So let's say Afternoon Soak Flan was a limited unit, and also Young Senya was a limited unit, and like here, we're approaching the end of the year, right? So we have to be really careful of where we spend our bookmarks because this might be a bait banner, or some people might call it bait banner, but for newer players, we need all the units we can get to stack up our roster as well, and also like make sure we get the most out of like who we pull, right? So some veterans might say, "Oh, okay, this is a bait banner," because they might, but we need the units, right? As a new player, we need the units to like compete with all the older players as well. So here I will want to share my thoughts and who I've been playing for a while, and I recently got to champion RTA as a new player under 6 months. So I've been really want to pursue more competitive RTA and also like be clear more content as a new player. Um, Also, side note that I recently also got accepted into this official E7 content creator program. So like, thank you for all the subscribers and the supporters who've been watching my videos. So I really appreciate you all. It's been such a fun ride playing epicseven, and I wish to do it more consistently and also like more regularly. I do stream at Twitch at around 9 p.m. Philippine time or Hong Kong time as well. And yeah, so without delaying any further, here are my thoughts on like who I think um, are the must pulls. Pulling for design plus artifact. So those are two different things. Um, you're not meta but waifu, and don't bother tier list as well. Hopefully I don't put anyone in a don't bother, but let's see. So let's just go. So Afternoon Soak Flan is not part of the summer. She only looks like a summer. Ahmed is not a summer. Aram is new. She's not part of this rotation. Argent Hua is new. She's not part. Lydica is not part. Biblis is not part. Cerise is not part. Dian is not part. Fairytale Tinibia is not part. Okay. Festive Ida. Okay. For me, I think she is in the pulling for design plus artifact tier list. The reason is, with the recent changes for Festive Ida, you mostly are gonna be using her to cleave, right? And as a new player, you're not gonna have, or at least 95 of the players won't have, or 99% of players won't have the necessary units to cleave, or the necessary speed even to cleave using Festive Ida. Regardless to say, her artifact is really good if you want to pull for her, and definitely her design is really nice as well to goon at. Frida. Frida for me is a must pull, right? Frida is a great bridge. She's a great in if you get her to like activated. You pair her with a Zio Frida. You pair her with any other openers as well, like Lone Wolf Para or like New Moon Luna, and then just activate your team, right? So I think she is a must pull for me, and I really am wanting her on both my accounts. I have two accounts in Global and Asia. I don't have Freda in both, so like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to having her in both my accounts. I think she is a must pull. She is meta also, not really meta in RTA, but right now, but she will be useful for those who really need that her kit as well. Her kit is really good in terms of like just overall supporting your team, and getting the team activated. Holiday Euphine, she was meta for a while actually, but she kind of fell off with all the new units that came out, like Arunka, like how do I say this, like Argent Hua, Aram, and like even like Tenebria, right? She had her moments when she got buffed, but honestly, like she kind of fell off. So like for me, and her artifact isn't that um must as well. So like personally, I think she's not meta, but definitely her design is very waifu. So like she's one of the OG holiday units as well. So like if you really like her, and I think her design is like really nice. Her SG animation, so nice. But yeah, she's really not that meta, and I don't think you should be pulling her um to waste your sky stones on, unless like you wanna just use your third pick on holiday Yuffie. Okay. Laya is not a summer unit. Lani is not. Liti, I will put in pulling for design plus artifact. So Liti is definitely not meta. She's easily killed by cleave. She's easily killed by aggro playstyle. Yes, you can play her by high speed, but like there's so many units that counter her right now, and she's just not that good of a unit right now. Now her artifact is a different um discussion though. So this artifact actually really plays well if you have a prefect Arya. I definitely you definitely wanna pull for the artifact because like um just overall her artifact would be really good on like these damage dealers that scale off HP. And I really need the artifact on Arya to really activate her. I use my Arya right now on Golden Rose, and it's not as good as the artifact for Liti, but yeah, eventually you would want that. So for me, at least, and I think for newer players as well, like there are a lot of HP scaling and all our Destro units. Like you might be rolling like HP pieces and not that technically bruiser pieces are easily more accessible to newer players, right? So I think Liti's artifact would do well if you have a lot of like also like HP scaling units that need additional damage. So for me, Liti is a design plus artifact pull tier. She's not a must pull, but I need her specifically for her artifact. Luna is not, Gala is not, Ocean Breeze Luluka. This is by far, probably besides Frida and Ida, my favorite unit design in summer. But honestly, she is very waifu, right? She's very waifu, and like I love her quirky SG animation, the truck-kun and everything, but she's definitely not that good. She's a lot of counter units, and like um and I don't know like if like she does well in this, or she will get like a buff soon, but definitely artifact wise and like kit wise, she's definitely below um Liti and Ida and Frida. I just don't want to put her in Don't Bother. Um, but she is waifu. Okay, to say that Holiday Yufin is in the same category as Luluka is kind of not true. So although Luluka is a great like support unit, I think she's actually in the Don't Bother because like Yufin actually has some use cases compared to Luluka, but yeah, I think in Luluka as a new player, just don't bother. You're not gonna be needing her in any kind of content, and there are a lot of replacements for her. Yeah, I think let's put her in Don't Bother. It hurts me because I really like her design. Seaside Bellona. Okay. Seaside Bellona, I would say, is in the must pull for a new player. She recently got buff as well. She might look like squishy, but she's actually performing really well. She does well in RTA. She does well in PvE content. You can use her in hunts. You can use her in even some expeditions if you really wanted to. But she's a great PvE unit, great PvP unit as well. Her damage reduction as well is really good. She can cleanse, self cleanse as well. Yeah, just overall a really great unit. I think like for anyone before Frida and Ida, she was actually the must pull um for new players. Like if you don't have her, you need to get her. And yeah, actually, yeah, Cisse Bellona, if you don't have her, is like the top one pick. And then you get your Frida or your Ida Liti. So as a new player, you need to like sort this out properly, like what you have and what you don't have. I would assume you don't have Ida and Frida because like they're new and you're a new player as well. So yeah, okay. We're not now Summer Break Charlotte, I would say is in the must pull. Actually no. Um right now right now she's not meta but waifu, but due to her buffs, she could be like in the must pull because I think people need to test out more her numbers when the buffs are activated. As I speak, because I'm recording this one day prior to the buff being activated, but I think she's actually in the must pull. So my actually for summer break Charlotte, I think I'll pull her just because I want to see if like it's a hit or miss, right? So I need to actually make a decision whether I want the Liti artifact or the Summer Break Charlotte buffs, which I don't know right now. Because I told you guys that I need the Liti artifact for our Arya to do well, but let's see, let's see. And just finishing the list, it's Don't Bother Summertime Isaiah. She is basically like a cleave unit with bombs and burns as well. So like, if you're not playing that, she has no use at all. Really, like pretty girl, pretty unit, pretty S3 animation, but like can't use her as a new player. Like, just don't bother. Like, same with Luluka actually. So yeah, I think this is my list for new players in the custom group summon. So we have Seaside Bellona, Frida, and Summer Break Charlotte in the must pulls for me. But since I already have Seaside Bellona, my top three probably for now is Frida, Summer Break Charlotte, and Festive Ida. And I'll see if like I want Liti and Summer Break Charlotte, depending on two for my top three. But definitely, I'm not pulling for Holiday Euphine, Ocean Breeze Luca, and Summertime Iceria. Yeah, so yeah. Again, keep in mind, don't go crazy over your summons because we have a lot of limited units coming out. And we might have a potential collab also coming out soon with all the teasers they've been doing in the preview. Just saying this, don't quote me on this, but just an observation. But yeah, um, part 2 anniversary is coming up. We don't know. So, yeah, hope you guys get the units you want in summer group banner, and I hope everyone gets their Frida, their Ida, and or their Charlotte DT as well. But yeah, that's it for me today, and I hope this helps you in your decision. Bye.